everybody, welcome to my keto kitchen. We're going to try this again. I don't know what's going on, but I got kicked out of Facebook Live for some reason. So here we are. We're going to try this again. I am Billie Jean. A lot of people call me BJ. I'm hashtag Keto Boss Girl 75. I come to you live from Florida. And today we're making everything bagels. If this is your first time joining me, please drop new in the comments so I can share some love with you. If you've been with me before, drop a hi in the comments and give me a wave. And as always, you can click my face and tap that follow button and you'll be able to follow me every time I go live. It'll let you know, so that way you know when I'm doing a keto kitchen. Today we're making everything bagels. So again, if you are new, drop new in the comments. If you've been with me before, drop hi because you know the routine. I will be sharing with you the recipe and how I make it. And I'll be doing it all live, and we can talk keto. So if you're a new keto, you're just beginning, you're not sure what you need to do, ask questions. I'll answer them. The comments do come in a little slow, so be patient with me. And as always, please share me. Share me out. Invite your friends to come and watch. But I'm going to turn the camera a little bit, and we're going to get started making these everything bagels. And I'm going to go over with you guys everything you need for them. So I'm going to move you up a little bit. Please be patient with me. I got a little bit of a new setup today because I wanted to make sure that you guys could see everything that I was doing on my counter. All right. Hey, Amanda, how are you? Hope it's pretty over there in Louisiana today. Okay, guys, so these are everything bagels. And I got this recipe from my private Facebook group. So, in this recipe, you're going to need 2 cups of almond flour, 1 tablespoon of baking powder for your, this is going to be your dry mix for your bagels. So, I went ahead and measured it out. So, I have 2 cups of flour and a tablespoon of baking powder. And I put a little bit, just a tiny bit of everything bagel seasoning in my mix because I really love everything bagels. If you share me, please drop shared in the comments. I'm doing a drawing today, and I was doing it as a surprise. So if you shared me, drop shared in the comments so your name will get put into my drawing, and you'll get a free gift from me. So there's 2 cups of almond flour and 1 tablespoon of baking powder and just a little bit of everything bagel seasoning. That's the base for my bagels. So you put that in a bowl. Then... and yes, I have everything kind of pre-measured out, guys, to make it a little easier for the live. So then you're going to need 3 cups of shredded mozzarella cheese, which I have here. And any brand of shredded mozzarella is great. Hey, Andrea, welcome, welcome. As y'all are hopping on, if you're new, drop new. If you're not new, drop hi. Tell me where you're watching from. Make sure that you share me, and when you share... put shared in the comments. I'm doing a free drawing today. So whoever shares gets their name put in the drawing for a free prize from me. Free prize from me, guys. So make sure you share me. Get your name in that drawing. So now we're going to take the 3 cups of shredded mozzarella cheese. Also, guys, I have my oven already preheated. So your oven should be at 400 preheated. And... if you're new to keto and you don't know, parchment paper is your best friend. You need to get some because we use a lot of parchment paper on keto recipes to cook on in your oven. I cook my bacon on it. You cook your bagels on it. You can make cheese crisps on it. This is fantastic. So as you're hopping on, if you're new, say new. Share me out. When you share, type shared so you can get put in my drawing for a free prize. You never know what you're going to get from me. You're going to get something in the mail. So, these are my baking sheets, and I already have them ready because our recipe is going to make 8 bagels. So I have 2 large baking sheets already lined with my parchment paper. And my oven is already preset at 400. So we're already done there. Can everybody hear me all right? Say hi as you're hopping on. If you're new, type new. Make sure you share me, type shared so you can get dropped in my drawing for a free prize. All right, so now my oven's preheated. I've got my baking sheets lined and ready to go. So you take 3 cups of mozzarella cheese and 2 ounces of cream cheese. And I cut mine into cubes, guys. It makes it a little bit easier because what we're gonna do is we're gonna mix the cream cheese and the cheese together, and we're gonna put this in the microwave and melt it down a little bit. So you add the cream cheese to your cheese. And I'm going to turn you guys down a little bit more. It looks like you can't quite see it. Say hi as you're hopping on. Drop in the comments, hey, let me know if you're new. And share me out and put shared in the comments so you can get in my drawing for a free prize. Okay, so I haven't made these in a while, guys, so bear with me. So we're going to combine the mozzarella cheese and the cream cheese, and you're going to put them in the microwave for about 30 seconds. And then you're going to take it out and stir it and do another 30 seconds. So, hey, Donna. Bear with me, guys. I got to see the comments. I'm watching from NYC. Happy birthday, Andrea. That is awesome. That's, you know, the Keep It Keto page is really, really good. They do have a lot of recipes. So, I've never made a chocolate keto cake. I have done the cream cheese, and I do like it. I'm a cream cheese kind of girl, but I do love baking. Baking is kind of my thing. So I'm going to pop this in the microwave real quick, but you can see I mixed my cream cheese and the cheese up, and I'm going to put it in the microwave for 30 seconds. So give me 1 second, and I'll come back and look at your comments. Let me see here. Thank you, Donna, for sharing me. Everybody get your name in. Share me out to your friends so you can get dropped to my drawing. You never know what's going to show up in your mailbox. I will reach out to the winner because I will draw the winner live on the name wheel at the end of my live show. And if they're still here with me at the end, they win. If not, it goes to the next person. That's how it works. This is your chance to ask questions. If you're new to keto and you don't know anything about it, you don't understand it, you're not sure how to start, this is your chance to ask. And, oops, left my fork. I'm going to check this real quick. I'll be right back, guys. So it's not quite ready yet. So we do another 30 seconds. So with these everything bagels, you have to watch your mixture, because if you cook your mozzarella cheese and cream cheese too long, it could ruin the consistency of the bagel. So just be really careful with that. That's why that's why they say do it in 30-second intervals. It takes about 1 minute to 2 minutes for it to melt completely. But once it does, it is really, really good. It's easy to work with. So you guys can see, this is 60 seconds, and I'm already getting a gooey consistency, but it's not quite enough. I'm thinking maybe another 20 seconds might do it. So I'm going to put it back in for 20 seconds. I don't want to do it too much, but you want it to look like dough. Like actual, you want it to actually come out as the consistency of a pizza dough. As you're hopping on, say hey, share me out on your pages, and when you do, I'll drop you in my drawing, and if you're here at the end, I'll announce the winner. Make sure you say hi. Click my face to follow. Okay, here we go, guys. So, and these are really great. Like, this recipe can also make pizza dough. This is what we use to make fathead pizza dough. So this is what it looks like, guys. It looks like dough, seriously, once you get it out. And so that took 2 rounds of 30 and a 20. I just want to touch it to make sure it's not super duper hot when I put my hands in it. Okay, so now I'm going to turn you guys down so you can see what I'm doing. You guys won't see me. All right, so now I've got that mixed together. So you're going to take the cheese mixture and you're going to put it into the bowl with your flour mixture. And there's my flour baking soda mixture. And you're going to add it in. I didn't have to do much scraping because it came right out of the bowl, as you guys can see. I'm sorry, I had to take my ring off because you're going to have to put your hands in it a little bit. So we're going to combine it now. We're going to mix it well, and then we're going to cut this dough into 8 equal parts. So you'll get 8 little balls to make can't even think straight now. Sorry, guys. 8 little balls that will turn into bagels. And I'll show you how to make them into bagels. If you're just hopping on, hop on and say hey. Say hi. If you're new, drop new. If you share me, please share me. Make sure you drop in the comments that you shared me so that way you can get put into my drawing. And I'll send you a free little gift in the mail. But you got to make sure you share me. And you got to make sure you're here at the end to claim your prize. I will do the drawing at the end. Everybody's names will go in a name wheel. And I'll draw all your names. So you're going to keep kneading it into the flour. And I got to put this in the microwave for just a minute. For like 20 more seconds. This is like one of our easiest recipes. This is a great recipe to make with your kids, not just for bagels, but for pizzas. We use this as our pizza dough, so when we want pizza, this is what we do. We make the dough, turn it into our pizza, and it's fantastic. It makes the best fathead pizza. And then you can put whatever stuff you want on it. All right, it is getting there. Yes. So you guys see I mixed all that flour in the dough and it's coming out like this. So I just keep mixing it because if you don't, your bagels will come out grainy from the almond flour. Almond flour makes the bagels a little grainy. So I keep mixing it until it feels really like a dough. And now, I'm going to dump my eggs in there. You got 2 eggs, 2 large eggs that go in your mixture as well. So you want to get those in there too. I try to save them when I'm like close to the middle of the dough, just before all my flour is gone, because I want that grainy texture gone from my flour. You don't have to wait. You can dump it right in when you put the cheese in the flour. It works just as well that way too. But sometimes I find that the grainy texture. So now you're going to mix it really, really good. And then we're going to divide it into 8 portions. And then this recipe calls for 3 large eggs, just so you guys know. One of your large eggs you need to put aside and beat, and that's what I did. It's going to be to coat the top of your bagels to put the everything seasoning on them. These are absolutely my favorite to make and so easy to use. Because if you have a bunch, like we're not going to eat all 8 bagels, you can freeze these. They freeze great. You can also put them in the fridge and eat them over a 2-week period. Because really, there's no cream in here. The only dairy you have is eggs. So you look at the expiration of your eggs as well. All right, so now that you guys can see, this is what it looks like. It looks just like dough. So now we're going to divide it. And we're going to make it into 8 little balls. So we want to make sure the balls are all the our balls are all the same size. Yeah, you know. Anyways, say hi as you're hopping on. Share me out. If you share me, you get entered into my drawing for a free prize at the end. So far I've got 3. I'm hoping that they're all going to come out the same size. I might have to adjust them just a little bit. These feel really consistent too, so which is good. They're balling up really well, which I'm happy for. As you're hopping on, say hi. If you're new, drop new in the comments. I will share the recipe after the live in the comments, along with a picture of the ingredients that I pre-did before I started, and a picture of the finished product so you can see what it should look like. Click my face and you can follow me when I go live. It'll notify you. Okay guys, so that was 8. You see I got 8 complete, which is good. So now I'm going to show you how to turn them into bagels. So I'll start with the smaller one. So the recipe says that you have to roll into a ball, and then you're supposed to put your finger in the middle of the ball. Now, if you find that the dough is getting a little sticky and you can't maneuver it the way you should, you can put a little bit of almond flour on your hands or a little bit of oil. It's up to you. So now that you've made your ball and you've got your spot in the middle of it, you're going to stretch it from there. So you're going to have to maneuver this stuff. And I roll it into this one out of the way. So I put my hand in the middle of it and kind of just roll one side and then roll the other. Now, these aren't going to make like big New York style bagels, guys, but you can make them into a decent size bagel. You just have to have patience. This is not something you want to hurry. That's why I like having like a kid to help. My boys used to do it with me, but now they're older, so, you know, pulling them away from their quarantine bedrooms is like pulling teeth in my house. So then what you do is you form it into a circle like this, and you pinch your ends together, and then you have your bagel. So we're going to do another one so I can at least get 2 in for you guys to see. And while these are cooking, I have a surprise for you guys. Some people, we had the drawing on whether to do bagels or avocado toast. I am going, since the avocado toast is pretty simple to make while the bagels are cooking, I'm going to show you guys how to make the avocado toast. And the thing is that the avocado that goes on the avocado toast, you can also put on your bagels, which is fantastic eating. Hi Esther, welcome. Hey Parmy. So as you're hopping on, say hey. If you're new, type new so I know you're new. If you share me out, I'm doing a drawing at the end. So if you share my live and then type shared in the comments, your name will go into the name wheel at the end. All right, so there I rolled out the second one. All right, guys, so there's 2 done bagels. So now, hang on one second, let me wash my hands real quick, and I'm gonna show you what we do to the top of them before we put them in the oven. I have to move you all over just a tad. All right, so now let me get my little basting tool. So I have one of these guys. This thing is great. It's great for basting, especially with this. So now this is where your beaten eggs are going to come in place. Hey Esther, welcome. I'm glad you're able to join us today. So you're going to coat the egg onto your bagel like this. Then you're going to, and I always use a, I have a slotted spoon. It's pretty old. It was my dad's. And I do this because I want to make sure that I get enough on there. So then they look like this. All right, so now you're going to put them in the oven on 400, and you're going to bake them in the middle rack about 20 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and put them in. My oven's already on. So while those are cooking, I'm going to roll out the rest as people are joining so that they can see what it looks like to roll these out. And then I'm going to show you guys how to make this avocado toast that takes literally less than 5 minutes to make. So give me just a second. If you have any questions about the bagels, just hop on and holler. Pop them in the notes. As you're hopping on, say hey, share me out to your friends, your family. If you share me, write share, and you'll get dropped in the drawing for a free gift from me to try. You never know what I'll send you. I will reach out to you at the end. We'll do a name drawing, and if you're here, I will reach out to you to get your address, and I'll send you something in the mail. It's that easy, guys. These bagels are like the easiest thing ever to make. Once you get down the recipe, you can do it in no time flat. So, and then you pin them back together like that at the bottom. And on the tray they go. So next up is our avocado toast. As soon as I'm done rolling these, give me just a second, guys. I want to get these rolled out so they don't harden. This is not really a dough that you should leave out. It's not like a regular dough. It will start to cake and get hardened if you leave it sitting too long. So I tend to try to use it up quickly. Give me just a second. And like I said, once these cook, they'll cook up and they'll be, they'll turn in bigger than you think. So anybody have any questions about these bagels? I'm gonna go over the recipe one more time with you guys since some of you might have missed it. You will need 2 cups of almond flour and 1 tablespoon of baking soda mixed together in a bowl, a big bowl. Then you're gonna need 3 cups of mozzarella cheese mixed with 2 tablespoons of cream cheese. You'll heat that in the microwave for 20 seconds, stir, do another 20 seconds and stir, and then maybe another 20 seconds, and by then it should be to the consistency of melted but gooey, where you can add it to the flour, and you'll add 2 eggs to that, and then knead it like you are making dough. And if anybody is Italian like me, you know how to make dough. And if you don't, get your grandparents, because I'm pretty sure they do. My dad taught me how to do it when I was little. It's an art form. It's not easy, folks. Pasta was probably the hardest thing I ever had to learn how to make, aside from raviolis, because you have to learn how to pinch the ends of those really good. So now I'm just rolling out these last couple bagels. And then I'm going to make the avocado, which will take less than 5 minutes. Yes, I'm using my belly to hold the parchment paper in place so that my dough doesn't slide everywhere. It makes it go quicker. So you just keep rolling them. And then I usually cook them all at one time because there's 8. I usually can get 2 big pans in my oven. Ooh, I can smell them cooking and they smell so good. You guys are gonna love these. These are like my favorite thing and they freeze well. So again, you can put them in Ziploc bags, or if you have a food saver like I do, you can food save them to the freezer, pop them out, put them in your toaster oven, and bam, you've got a keto bagel. Oops, I didn't put that one together good enough. And again, I just kind of pinch the end. I lay them on top of each other. I don't really pinch it too hard because, again, these aren't like regular dough. Oh, I'm glad I did that because it's starting to come apart. So the consistency for these changes quickly. So anybody got any questions? Anybody new to keto? Even low carb questions, guys, I can help you with that. I don't live just a complete keto lifestyle. I do dirty, lazy keto and low carb. The only thing is I don't do dirty, lazy keto to the point where I eat out at fast food places. I try to avoid those. My dirty, lazy keto is roughly probably having chips and salsa from the Mexican place and a margarita. That's my dirty, lazy keto. I don't do like vegetables out of the freezer bags. All my vegetables are fresh. I go to the market and get them, or I buy them at the grocery store from the produce section. So I'm a little bit on the strict side. Now I move these over because I don't really like to waste my everything bagel seasoning. So as I coat them, I'll move them over to the other pan so that way everything bagel seasoning is like a hot commodity now. It's kind of like whipping cream. I don't know if y'all have been to the store lately, but it's been insane to get groceries for keto. It's like everybody and their mother who's coronavirus infected. How many net carbs? That I don't know. It doesn't have it listed on the recipe, but I'm sure if you put the ingredients, there's a I know that there's tons of recipes for these bagels online that have the carb stuff in them for you. I would check there only because this recipe I have doesn't have it listed. I don't really do macros anymore. I don't do the calories or the macros. I just know what I can and can't eat. So like if I have this bagel today, then I wouldn't, I would watch my carbs for the rest of the day. So I'd probably just do meat and vegetables for dinner, which is what we have planned. We're doing a Philly cheesesteak. Oh, a Philly cheesesteak casserole for dinner. Geez, sorry guys. So, and it's just vegetables and meat. The only thing I need to really watch with that is my, the peppers that I put in it. So, I would definitely check online. I would check, what is the name of the site? I think it's called Ruled Me. She's really good about listing her carbs and stuff in there. There's also a site you can use, and I don't have it handy, that you can put in the ingredients and it will give you everything you need. I don't know if Carb Manager will do that yet or not. I know it was something they were looking at, but I don't think they have that option yet where you can put in what you're using to cook with and it will roll it out for you and tell you how many carbs or net carbs. So give me just a second, guys. I'm gonna wash my hands again. Okay, so So this is what they look like. And you know I've got 2 in the oven. They should be done any minute. So as soon as they're done, I'm going to pull them out and show them to you. Ooh, they look good. And they smell good. I'm going to switch to the avocado toast now. And I hope that Brittany is here because she was wanting to see that made. So give me just a second. I'm going to wipe down my counters and switch over to the avocado toast for you guys. I need bigger counters, y'all, seriously. Hey, Kelly, how are you? Hey, Sheila. So, yeah, so if you have questions, ask again. I don't just live keto. It's low carb. I know a lot of people are misconstrued about it, are afraid to do keto, but I just had my checkup today, and I went back, well, let's see, I went back in the end of January, right before this whole corona stuff happened. I went to the doctor. He told me I was overweight. Ha, really? I was overweight? Yeah, I know, because I was already starting to lose weight. And that they sent me for blood work, and I was borderline diabetic. So it scared me. I don't want to go on medicine. I don't want to take shots. I'm not that kind of person. So I was like, okay, well, I guess I need to kick my keto into high gear. I was just kind of being lazy with it before. I wasn't sticking to the rules. I had just started taking ketones in December and was starting to feel better. So he approved those for me. He said that I was fine to take those. And I thought that was fantastic because it was going to break my heart if I couldn't, because I feel so good taking them. So here I am, 19 pounds lighter. And he said I'm doing good. It's not too fast, which is perfect for him. He doesn't want me to lose it too fast because he's afraid I'll gain it back quickly. So here we are. So I don't give up my margaritas and I don't give up my chips and dip. I do have that about once every 2 weeks or at least once a month. So if you have questions, ask. Make sure you share me. If you share me, put shared in the comments. I'm doing a drawing at the end and someone will get a free gift from me in the mail. So we're going to do avocado toast while I'm waiting for the bagel to cook. And you're going to need a half of an avocado. And if you guys don't know how to test an avocado, you don't want it to be super soft, because if it's super soft, it's probably super ripe and it's brown inside. And I don't like brown avocados. So I feel them. If they're a little spongy, you're good. If they're super hard, forget it. Other than slicing it, and even slicing it is going to be like, I wouldn't eat it. Because they're too hard and they don't taste good. I love avocados. So you're going to need half of an avocado. So you just cut it in half. That is a perfect avocado. Look at that. That is beautiful. That's what an avocado should look like. And if you look, guys, see that? That's perfect. So you don't always get them like this. This was a good buy. And I got these at the farmer's market here in town. So let me find my little tool and I'm going to scrape out my avocado. So if you want to do sliced avocado, this little thing is awesome. This will cut your avocado in half. This little thing here pulls your pit out. You tap it on there and you can pull your pit, turn it and pull it out. I don't pull my pit out of the other half unless I plan on using it, because the pit helps it stay fresher longer. And if you wrap it really good with, what's that stuff called? Press and seal. I had to think of which one it was called. It will seal it so that it doesn't go brown quick. I learned lots of tricks. So this little thing slices your avocado. So you put it in like this. And it comes out sliced like that. So if you want sliced avocado, and look, no waste. The thing is empty. Avocados are too expensive to be wasting, guys. So this is my avocado. So you need half of an avocado. You're going to need half a cup of cheese shredded. So here's my cheese. And then a half a teaspoon of my most favorite seasoning of all. Everything bagel seasoning. So it says to place a piece of parchment paper on top of a cookie sheet. And you're going to take your cheese like this. You're going to make it like a little pizza. Let me move down a little bit so y'all can see. Thank you, Andrea. It has been hard. I have been fat most of my life. So the struggle is real. Very, very real. All right. So there's my little cheese. And it says you put the cheese in the oven for 350 for 2 minutes until it's melted. I'm going to pop it in underneath my or on top of my bagels. Ooh, they are almost done, guys. And let that start. And then I'll move it to the next shelf. So now we're going to mash the avocado in a bowl. So you're going to mash the avocado like this. And this mashed very easily, guys. I mean, I can't believe. Hey, baby, you all right?
Yeah, just need more of that.
Okay. So now I've mashed my avocado, as you can see. And then it says to add your, so it says to put the avocado on your toast. So as soon as it comes out, we're going to put it on the toast. But now I'm going to pull the bagels out. Woo! Guys, look at this. So, are they bagels or what? They're going to be hot. Look, nice and toasted on the bottom, and they're still soft on the top. And they look like bagels. They're not as big as New York style bagels, guys. I'm going to be really honest. They're probably maybe a little under an inch thick. So we're going to let that cool for a few minutes. You got to let them cool. And then I'm going to cut it and show you. I'll cut it so you guys can see how it looks. I want to make sure that it looks all right. So now, let me move this other tray to the bottom. Y'all are getting the double show today. I have so much energy today, guys, that I am just rocking it out. All right, so I've got my avocado, and now I have my leftover everything bagel seasoning. And I'm just waiting for this toast to get done. So anybody got any questions? Yeah, I can't wait to try these, you guys. They look the bomb. So I'm going to get some cream cheese out. Yikes. Ha, ha, ha. So this is my favorite. I love this cream cheese. And it's going to taste so good on these everything bagels. I use this cream cheese in a snack. Guess what? Y'all are going to get a snack tip today. Cream cheese and either Genoa salami or hard salami, whichever you choose from the deli. Now, again, guys, I don't usually buy prepackaged sandwich meat either. I get it from the deli. I usually try to get Boar's Head or the Publix brand. I'm a little bit of a deli meat slob. Snob. Not slob, snob. So, I put this on, I get the Folios from Costco. Folio is, it looks like a tortilla, but it's cheese. It's all made with provolone cheese. And I put this on the Folio, and then I put some salami down the middle, and maybe some pepperoni or a piece of turkey, and roll it up and cut it like pinwheels. It makes the best low-carb snack. If you are looking for low-carb secrets, then I am the place to go. I also use it on pepperoni. I'll put a little bit in between a piece of pepperoni and pinch it together and make it like a little pocket. Great little snack. Especially when I work 12 hours a day. It's kind of hard. I don't snack a whole lot, but when I do, I like these. So these are really, really good. It's almost ready, guys. So, let's see. I might be able to cut those for you. Let me see here. All right, guys, here we go. So you can see, and you guys can make these as thin or as wide as you want. You can make them smaller bagels, but you see how easily that cut. I barely had to even do anything. And it pulls apart just like a bagel. It's nice and hot. And you can even cut them and re-toast it in your toaster oven to get the middle nice and toasty as well. That's what I do. But these are fresh out of the oven. So. And look, it handles just like a bagel. Nothing different. There you go. Oh, I'm in heaven. These are so good. You guys have to try these. I wish you could smell them through my live. My house smells so good. I'm surprised my dogs aren't at my feet. Oh, I are so good, but I'm not hungry, which makes it hard. And the cheese is done. So, what I do is I cook them, and then I'll put them in a plastic bag, or I'll freeze them in the freezer. And that way my kids have them. So here's the cheese. And we're just waiting for it to cool down. And again, hey baby, since you're here, will you come try my bagel, please?
Good.
Is it good?
Yeah. Good.
All right. Go have fun in your garage. Y'all, that's where he's been hiding for the last 3 days, is in the garage.
Not hiding if you know where I'm at.
Jamie, I had a follow-up with my doctor today, and he told me all my stuff is good. He said the only thing is that back in January, I was borderline diabetic, and they're sending me to have just my A1C checked next week when the blood places reopen here. And he said, your cholesterol, your triglycerides, everything else was fine. I don't have any cholesterol issues on keto. If you're eating keto lifestyle properly, you won't have those issues. I highly suggest to people to do your research before starting keto. People have a lot of misconceptions about the food on it, and they are buying all this prepackaged stuff, all these prepackaged vegetables and meats. I don't do any of that. My vegetables come from the farmer's market. I only use real butter. If you think about it, this is what our grandparents grew up on. Lard, real butter, real cream, real cheese, cream cheese. That's what was back then, is the real stuff. And that's what keto's about. If you have questions about keto or you're on the fence about it, check out the movie The Magic Pill on Netflix. It is extremely, extremely informative, especially for people who have kids that are autistic or ADHD. All this pre-boxed stuff that you're feeding your kids, excuse me, is not good. It's really, really not good. I don't do a whole lot of packaged anything. And I really am not big about eating at takeout places like McDonald's, Burger King. Most of the time I make my own food. The only thing that I do, and like I tell everybody, is I like my margaritas and I like my Mexican chips and dip. Yes, that is a downfall for me, but it's the only downfall I have. I do like a Zaxby's salad every now and then, but not all the time. But then again, I am getting my greens in. I'm getting my salads in. This is not just about meat and cheeses. You have to eat the right kind of stuff. No cheese in the bag. Don't buy shredded cheese in the bag. That stuff's not good for you. There's too many preservatives in it. I don't buy any pre-shredded anything other than mozzarella cheese. Is the only cheese I buy pre-shredded. Everything else, I shred myself. Avocados, a great healthy fat. If you like avocados, these are great for you. I eat these 2 or 3 a week. So, no. As far as my cholesterol and all that goes, I don't have a problem with that. I get tested, I get my blood work done, and I'm good. The doctor was very happy with me. Ken was actually shocked because he got to sit through this virtual appointment with me this morning. And he was like, the doctor was just so proud of you over the fact that you have lost another 19 pounds on top of what you already lost last year, starting back in December. And then on top of it, all your tests are good except for the A1C. But I recently found out that borderline diabetes apparently runs in our family. My mother has always been borderline diabetic, and she is not overweight. So it may never change. I just need to be more cautious about the carbs I've been taking. Hence, there is probably 3 net carbs in these, maybe, give or take. I had a bite. I'm not hungry though, so I'm used to not eating all day. I usually don't eat until 3 o'clock in the afternoon unless I'm snacking on something. So it is a great, that was a great question, Jamie. It really, really was. So our cheese is hardened, and I probably wouldn't do, I would probably cook it just a little bit longer. Let me throw it back in for a minute, guys. It's not quite done. It should be a little bit on the crisper side. I should have been paying attention, but I was talking to you guys. So, anybody else got any great questions? Anybody? I'm here if you got anything. So, I will be back tonight live again, and I am making a Philly cheesesteak casserole made with hamburger and vegetables. Yum, 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 yum. So, if you guys want to join me, I will be doing that probably around 6:30ish. I'll be doing that one. So, give me just a minute. I'm waiting for this cheese to get done. Just a few more minutes. I want to make sure it's good and hard. It needs to be at a good, hard consistency. Am I close to you? Donna, I don't think so. I think you're, if I remember, you're in Kentucky, right? Or Tennessee. You're up there in God's country. If we lived closer, yes, I would say come on over and we could keto kitchen together. Because this is what I love to do. Kentucky, yep. So, yeah, no, not quite close enough. All right, let me check this. Why it's taking it so long. Usually it doesn't take this long to cook the cheese to make it hard. It's weird. But yeah, Donna, I wish I still lived up there. We do miss living in Charleston. We used to live in Charleston, South Carolina, and we do miss it. We miss the diversity. There was so much to do and so much to see there. It's absolutely beautiful. And the Charleston has so much history all in itself, which is absolutely beautiful. So we do miss that, that it was a great part of our life for 13 years. We just recently moved back to Florida, and it's been a bit of an adjustment for us. We're still trying to find our way here, I guess, per se. So, but we're trudging right along and just trying to do what we can do. So I'm just waiting on the cheese. So if you're just joining us, we made everything bagels. So you guys can see this is what they look like, and we already had a taste testing. I will put the recipe in the comments, but it was everything bagels with cream cheese chives, cream cheese, and they came out really nice. And here I'll show you guys one that was done. This is what they look like after you cook them. So I will have my recipe in the comments. And then I am am making avocado toast. And give me 1 second. I'm going to see if I can get... See if I can tag her in that. Maybe not. I don't know if it tagged her or not, but I had somebody who specifically wanted to see avocado toast, so I threw that in there as a last minute gift to you guys. So you're also getting to see avocado toast. So it's half of an avocado smashed or mashed, and this was the avocado. So you guys know this is a perfect avocado that you can use. And you mash it up, and now we're cooking the cheese that you're going to put the avocado on. There we go. So this is what the cheese looks like. It just came out. I'm going to give it a second to cool down, and then I'm going to show you how to make the toast with it. So we're just waiting on that. I'm going to put away my cream cheese. I'll be right back. As you're hopping on, say hey so I know you're here. Thank you for joining us. Today has been a longer live than usual. If you have any questions on keto or low carb, ask away. No question is too bad. There's no wrong questions. So if you guys noticed, on keto we use a lot of parchment paper. So it comes in handy when you're making stuff. I don't have a knife. All right, let's see here. It's almost ready. So I'll pat the oil off the top of the cheese, only because I don't really want all that excessive oil. You don't have to, because once it hardens you won't really notice it. But I do it only because I'm not big on all that oil. And so I just pull the edges a little bit to make sure it's not stuck to the paper. So I'm just waiting for it to cool down for a second. As soon as it cools down, I'm going to cut it, and I'm going to show you how to make the toast out of it. And we're using avocado and everything bagel seasoning. And if you guys know me, that's one of my favorite seasonings. I have a couple jars of it in my cupboard. So you're more than welcome to ask questions. So it's starting to get a little harder. As you can see, the consistency is not as flexible, which is good. You see I can pick it up. So I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to pat the other side of it. Cheese does tend to be very oily when you cook it. So it just depends on how you like it. When I'm making it in taco shells, I do not do this because I end up hanging it over something to form the taco shell, and it will drip down. And I usually have parchment paper on or underneath it, and it'll drip onto the parchment paper. And as you can see, it's really starting to harden because it's getting harder to cut. So I'm just cutting it in half so I can make this toast and show you guys what this is going to look like. I'm very, very excited. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I'm going to have to go back through the comments and see who shared. And then I'll do the drawing, and I'll post the winner's information in the comments, and I'll reach out to you to get your address. So it's getting harder. It takes a hot minute for it to get hard, but this is what it looks like. So this is going to be your toast. It's just a piece of cheese. And you're going to put avocado on it. And then you sprinkle everything bagel seasoning on it so it looks like this, and you eat it. Just like that. And there it is, guys. There's your avocado toast. So, anybody got any questions? Any questions at all? I'll be glad to answer before we go. But I will be back tonight for Philly cheesesteak. So make sure you tune in. It'll probably be around 6:30ish. Thank you guys for joining me. I really appreciate you coming on. So you have avocado toast and bagels. You guys got a 2 for today. I'll look through the comments and see who shared me, whoever did. And put shared in the comments. I'll drop your name in the wheel. And I'll post the winner in there, and I'll reach out to you via text message, or not text message, Facebook Messenger, so I can send you a free prize from me. So again, thank you again for watching my Keto Kitchen. You guys have been great. I had a lot of fun today. We got to make some really good stuff. And I can't wait to see y'all next time. Have a great day and enjoy your Tuesday. No, it's not Tuesday, it's Monday. Have a great day. Love y'all.